First up at number 10, we've got The Crazy Frog. Now this song came out in 2003. Now that is probably before some of you guys were born, but there's still a good chance you might have heard it. And if you haven't yet, I'm sorry, I really am. Take it away, Charlotte. It's such a ridiculous song, and I'll say that quite a lot in this video. It's one of those songs that's fine if you hear it once or twice, but any more than that can do one of two things. You'll either have some sort of Crazy Frog breakdown, or you'll become a Crazy Frog clone, and you'll be doomed to play this song to every one of your friends until they want to kill you. I might be exaggerating, but it is really annoying. Next up, we're getting a little bit soppy at number 9 with James Blunt's You're Beautiful, which is a song about seeing a beautiful girl on the subway and James being sad because he can't be with her. Sounds okay, right? Nothing wrong with a bit of a soppy song every now and again. Well, this song turned out to be pretty annoying when it was played over and over again on the radio. I was only a kid when this song came out, but even I remember it being mind-blowingly annoying. And I was a kid. Kids love annoying things.
You're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, it's true.
That was Charlotte doing a very good job of making the song actually sound better than the original, I think. Coming in at number 8, we have Rebecca Black with Friday. Of course she's on this list, guys. Now when Rebecca released this song to YouTube on March 14th, 2011, few people realised how big this song would get for a song that's just literally about a girl getting ready to go to school. But it wasn't the subject matter that brought in the 167 million views in just 3 months. I think it was how ridiculously bad the song and the music video was. Charlotte's gonna do her best version of it now.
It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
I know there are worse things in this world of ours than that song, obviously, but I can't think of any of them right now. Next up at number 7, we've got Who Let the Dogs Out by the Baha Men. Now these guys might have been totally forgettable. I had no idea what their name was when I was getting this video ready, but I do remember this song. I will never forget this song.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who?
I don't know, it's been 16 years since this song came out and I still don't know who let the dogs out. Bonus fact, this was actually the theme song for the Rugrats in Paris movie. I bet the makers of that movie were hoping everyone would forget that. No, they haven't. We'll never forget that. Okay, next up on our list at number 6, apparently it's fun to stay at the YMCA.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Yeah, that's the song from the Village People, and the thing is, most people could probably handle that song for a while. It's fun to do it once or twice at a party, especially when you're a kid and do all the actions, but it's been almost 40 years now since this song was released. I think everyone on the planet has heard it at this point. We can all go home now, no more YMCA, and we can just never listen to it again. Can we just agree on that? Halfway through now, guys, at number 5, it's Cotton Eye Joe by the group Rednecks. This is another song that anyone who's been within 10 miles of a crap party will have heard at some point. Don't lie, we've all been there.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
That was Charlotte going full redneck to tell the tale of Cotton Eye Joe, a song that made line dancing cool again for about a month back in 1995, and then it quickly became one of the most overplayed songs of all time and everyone hated it. Alright, at number 4, we have Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen, another one that had to be on this list. Now if you've recently managed to get this song out of your head over the past 4 years, then please forgive me for this.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, so here's my number, and call me maybe.
It really is the ultimate teenage pop song. It's just so sickly sweet. Now sweet things are fine, obviously, in moderation, but this song might have been a bit too much sugar. It was literally everywhere when it came out. One critic said that we are virtually incapable of escaping this song, and the fact that I'm doing a video about it and talking about it right now kind of proves that point. It's still everywhere. Moving on to number 3, we've got a man who still divides people today musically. It's Justin Bieber. Some of you guys might think that his new songs aren't that bad, maybe they're alright, but I think most people can agree that Baby Justin, the young Justin that sang Baby, is very annoying indeed.
Baby, 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 ooh.
You can tell that song is pure whininess because one of the lyrics is literally just a whine.
Baby, 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 ooh.
Some people find the lyrics annoying, some people find the melody annoying and annoyingly catchy, but the facts speak for themselves. This song is currently the most disliked video on YouTube. It's sitting at almost 6 million dislikes. Why do you guys think that is? Maybe 6 million are just haters, but if so, make it 6 million and one because I hate it. Alright, moving on. At number 2, we've got a song that I loved as a kid, but I must have been an idiot as a kid for liking it. It's Blue by Eiffel 65. Now this song is about the colour blue. Blue houses, blue windows, blue everything. Just blue.
I'm blue, abadi, abadai, abadi, abadai, abadi, abadai.
Yeah, if you're young enough, you might be lucky enough to have never heard this song. I'm very jealous of you, but now you're one of us. You won't be able to see, touch, or taste the colour blue without thinking about this song. It got slammed by critics when it first came out back in 1999. In fact, Rolling Stone magazine said it's trance-like synth riffs, unbashed Euro disco beats, and a baby babble chorus so infantile it makes the Teletubbies sound like Shakespeare. It's harsh, but it's fair. Very, very fair. Alright, those of you who haven't lost the will to live yet, well done. Now your reward for not slicing your own ears off is you get to hear our number 1. Look at you, and you can put me down on record when I say this. I am a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic.
That was released by Aqua back in 1997 and it's been a guilty pleasure for some people ever since, but for a lot of people there's no pleasure at all, only pain. For a song that's about basically a kid's toy, it's amazing that it's been so popular for so long and why grown adults continue to torture each other by playing it on the radio or at parties. Perhaps the reason is as long as Barbie is alive, that song will never die.
Imagination, life is your creation.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Yeah.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying, guys? That's right. We have to kill Barbie. Okay.
At number 10, we have the Ketchup song by Laz Ketchup. Now this was absolute Europop delight. We have this grindingly repetitive track from Spanish girl group Las Ketchup, who have whimsically named their track the Ketchup song, even though it doesn't really have anything to do with ketchup whatsoever. Meh. Released in the vintage year of 2002, the Ketchup song is sung in both English and Spanish, and whilst I don't really speak Spanish, I imagine that the music is somewhat annoying in both languages. So it goes a bit like this. I said a hip, hop, the hip it to the hit it, bop, 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 the hoppiest, the boogie, the beat. Yes, if you're annoyed, well you're supposed to be. There's even dance moves to go with the whole thing that kind of goes a bit like this. Ba 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 ba. Wow, just stop. Rebecca, stop. Okay, so from one group of birds to a song about just one very special birdie, and at number 9 we have the unforgettable, and not in a good way, birdie song, which I think some of you guys call the chicken dance. Yeah. So the song was composed by accordion player Werner Thomas from Switzerland, and this was in the 1950s. It was originally an Oktoberfest drinking song, which makes sense as the only way I think I could deal with this song is by being absolutely love drunk off my humps. Since its inception, it became every kid's 1980s disco nightmare and continues to grace low-budget holiday camps and weddings across the globe. It gets to that time of night just before like grandma and grandpa have to go to bed, and they drag you up onto the dance floor for a bit of birdie song / chicken dance action, accompanied by the one and only grade A cringy dance moves. We all know them. It's a bit like this. And no one looks good doing this, so I think it should just be outlawed right now. Okay, so a song I actually kind of like but is undoubtedly annoying. In at number 8 we have Willow Smith's Whip My Hair. I'll whip my hair back and forth, I'll whip my hair back and forth. Oh wow, it makes you dizzy while you're doing it too. This banger was absolutely on my iPod. Guys, remember iPods? And yeah, it was a touch grating, seeing as Willow doesn't do very much else other than whip her hair. Sure, you whip your hair, but what's next? Nothing. Nothing but whipping. I'll whip it real hard. Willow babe, you're 11, pop it away for a few years. Something that needs to be popped away for a few centuries. In at number 7 we have Gangnam Style. Again, I don't hate it, but it definitely is annoying, especially when you're minding your own business, just enjoying your life, then somebody decides to pop it on and literally freak out pretending to ride a tiny horse. Burp, 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 burp. So Psy's Gangnam Style is the most watched YouTube video in the entire world. world. It currently has over 2.6 billion views. Now the 2012 track was everywhere and continues to be everywhere, including every single corner of my brain. I actually just rewatched the music video and I hate that I love it. Oh, now Gangnam Style. Am I doing it right? I don't know. I think so. A bit like this. Yeah, it needs to stop. I need to stop. In at number 6, we have Muppets with Mana Mana Boo Boo Doo Doo Doo. Mana Mana Boo Boo Doo Boo. Again, I think at first when you listen to it, you probably like it. Then you hear it too much and you hate it. Then you listen to it for the 870th time and it really starts to grow on you once again. So Mana Mana first became a thing in 1969 and was performed by the Muppets on the Ed Sullivan Show. It was then reworked for the Muppets during their first ever episode in 1976. It then even became a top 10 charting song as it was released as a single in 1977. The joke has kept on rolling ever since. Mana Mana Boo Boo Doo Doo Doo. Mana Mana Boo Boo Doo Boo. Ah, I love it, I hate it, I love it, I hate it, I love it. I think I hate it. Okay, at number 5 we have a UK special that anyone outside of this teeny tiny section of the world may not get at all. We have at number 5 Vindaloo by Fat Les. Vindaloo, 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 na na. We're England, we're gonna score one more than you. England, joke's on us because we never win. There isn't enough time to explain English football culture to you, just know that we love it, but Fat Les took it just a little bit too far. Written as a 1998 FIFA World Cup anthem, the music was co-written by Blur bassist Alex James and part-time Pink Floyd bassist Guy Pratt. Now this was alongside lyrics from comedian Keith Allen. So I find it hilarious that two musicians from two of the world's best bands produced this. So lyrics highlights include, "Can I introduce you please to a lump of cheddar cheese?" And of course, not forgetting the classic, "Me and me mum and me dad and me gran are off to Waterloo. Me and me mum and me dad and me gran with a bucket of Vindaloo." Yeah, I mean, it's just a classic. I can also confirm that there are over 150 nas in the song. Na na na, na na na. Yeah, it's a hooligan track, but there we go. Ultimately, this song is kind of hilarious as it isn't serious, but at the same time it is deadly, deadly serious. Next up, of course this is on the list. In at number 4, we have the Macarena. Mumbada here, Macarena. Umbada bada bada via Sabrina. Humbada bada bada via Macarena. Macarena. I mean, who actually knows what they're saying? I mean, I for one, when I sing this, sound like I'm doing an awful impression of an Indian meat seller. So the Macarena has been haunting discos and clubs, weddings, bar mitzvahs, proms, Wednesdays since 1993. Yep, that is over 23 years of the Macarena. Ranked at number 1 of the greatest one-hit wonders of all time by VH2, I feel Spanish duo Los Del Rio knew that they needed to stop working right then, as they successfully managed to brainwash pretty much half of the world's population. Don't believe me? Well, imagine you're in the club. We're robots. You hear it, you can't stop. I for one hear it in a club, I mean, throwback to the 90s, and I'm like, yeah, I just need to dance to this because it's the actual law. Next up, a song with equal measures of swag and jag, whatever that means. We have Cher Lloyd's Swagger Jagger. You can't stop looking at me, tweeting about me, saying stuff about me. Yeah, get on the floor. Yeah. Swagger Jagger, Swagger Jagger. You should get some of your own. No, please, just please stop swaggering and jaggering. This 2011 tune from X Factor finalist Cher Lloyd is easily one of the most annoying songs to have ever happened to the universe. Now the music video starts off with a classic slice of iPod Nano and a "what are those" moment, followed by some mind-numbing rave klaxons. I'm actually not adverse to Cher Lloyd, but I mean, no one has really solved the burning question as to what Swagger Jagger actually is. Moving on to number 2, we have Bewitched with C'est La Vie. Say you will, say you won't, say you'll do what I don't, say you're true, say to me, what do you like? C'est la vie. Yeah, say you'll stop singing this song right now, okay, I hear you. Done. So I have no idea whether this 90s Irish ditty made it across the globe, but it was at every single school dance and disco when I was younger, and there was even an Irish dance section where people would just go crazy and flail their limbs everywhere. It was like do, and no one was good at it. It was the worst. So I actually just rewatched the music video for this song, and if anyone wants to know what the 90s looked like, check it out. It's all up in your grill. Listen guys, the good news is that the song is under 3 minutes long, so it will be over soon. Okay guys, so we have reached that all important moment in our most amazing top 10 annoying songs part 2. I am sorry that I've had to do this to you. I think that if we do a part 3, we should definitely get Danny back, or Landon. We should share this pain. So here it is at number 1, the most annoying song on the list. I cannot believe it wasn't in the first list. It is of course, What Does the Fox Say? Dog goes woof woof. Cat goes meow, meow. Bird goes tweet, tweet. Mouse goes squeak. Oh, just stop saying the words. But what does the fox say? Yeah, who knows? So Yalvis released this abomination in 2013, and ever since people have been wondering what various woodland creatures sound like. I can't even believe I'm about to say this, but apparently the fox sounds like ring ding 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 ding. It's a bit like the crazy frog, but a fox. And then it also sounds a bit like wow pow 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 pow. Just sounds that are making my ears bleed. So I don't know if anyone here has actually heard a fox sound, but I used to live in a really wooded area and I heard them plenty of times, and I can confirm they sound like this. Now I think this is actually just the sound of the fox screaming in rejection of this song. We don't know. So for every other song on this list, I feel like I can find a redeeming feature, but this one, no. Done. Like I understand it's a joke, but can we just stop now, please? Thank you. Never ever ever sing or listen to Frank Sinatra's My Way when you're in the Philippines. Don't do it because you literally might die. Written by Paul Anka for Frank Sinatra, My Way, sung at karaoke, is thought to be cursed in the Philippines. Now it is so cursed that it even has its own crime class with the police out there. There have been articles written about the alleged curse, and it's become such a problem that karaoke bars have banned it from their books. The song seems to incite crowds at bars and has led to a spate of killings. One reveller in the Philippines spoke to the New York Times about the song, saying, "I used to like My Way, but after all the trouble, I stopped singing it. You can get killed." Coming into number 9, we have Robert Johnson's Crossroads. The story goes that blues musician Robert Johnson met the devil at a crossroads and exchanged his soul for musical success. Yeah, he became legendary, but like a lot of musicians, he died aged 27. Many think his song Crossroads is cursed in itself. Bands who've covered it, including Leonard Skinner, the Allman Brothers, and Eric Clapton, have suffered losses and personal tragedies. Okay, up next at number 8, we have this spooky robot song that will actually send you mad. It's called I Feel Fantastic. In 2009, a creepy video of a robot singing the words I Feel Fantastic went viral. It's had over 13 million views, and nobody knows what's happening, other than it's totally horrifying. Some people reported feeling weird and vengeful after listening to the song. Some are convinced that it exists to brainwash listeners, for what purposes we don't know, but it can't be good. Unlike a lot of songs on this list, personally I don't think that this song is cursed, but it certainly was a driving force behind one of America's most notorious murderers. This makes some people pretty suspicious of it. Up next we have the Beatles' Helter Skelter. Criminally insane killer Charles Manson was convinced that the Beatles' song Helter Skelter was a prophecy of an apocalyptic race war. Manson was inspired by the song, which he believed was telling him to commit a high-profile mass murder. Fueled by the song and his beliefs that the Beatles were angels, Charles Manson and his cult gang brutally murdered 7 people. Okay, surprisingly up next, we have Barney's I Love You. You might not know this, but the I Love You song from Barney the Dinosaur can send you mad. This song has a sick and dark past. Apparently, it is the most overplayed torture song used by the CIA to torment prisoners. Music as a form of torture is a really interesting psychological concept, and apparently it's especially easy with this song. To be honest, I'm not surprised. I knew Barney was evil. Up next, we have Insha G Utho. This song's curse started with a poet who wrote a sad tale about a man lost in a cold and pointless existence. I feel you, sad man. Later, singer Aminat Ali Khan decided he wanted to turn it into a song. While it was well received, Khan died suddenly a few years later. 4 years to the day after the song's original performance, the original poet behind the song died. Khan's son then became a successful musician and decided to perform the song, but he too passed away suddenly. I don't know, I wouldn't risk it. Coming into number 4, we have Violin Sonata in G minor. 19th century composer Giuseppe Tartini was a classic tortured artist. The devil appeared to him in a dream where the Italian musician was convinced that he'd sold him his soul. When he woke, he tried to capture an idea, a sound from the dream. He then wrote Violin Sonata in G minor. While he believed that this was the best song he'd ever composed, a lot of orchestral players will not perform it as they consider it to be cursed. At number 3, we have any song, any sound played above 20 kilohertz. Did you know that a sound wave can kill you? These days, terrorists are experimenting with sonic weapons to harm people. If humans are exposed to 177 decibel sound waves at 8 Hz, the sound waves can actually mess with their breathing. The European Space Agency have claimed that humans should never get locked inside their large European acoustic facility, as the sonic onslaught would kill a human. In theory, any song or sound could kill you. It's actually been calculated that 240 decibels could make a human head explode. Nice. Okay, now with that in mind, back to cursed music, but perhaps it's got something to do with the way the sound's delivered. Never listen to anything from this cursed glass harmonica at number 2. Benjamin Franklin invented this haunting instrument in 1761. Being made of glass, the instrument creates a haunting, piercing sound, a bit like rubbing a wet finger around the edge of a glass. Haunting, sure, but rumours started circulating in the 18th century that the glass instrument was causing both musicians and their listeners to go insane. People started calling the instrument cursed, leading to its disappearance from concert halls. You can listen to it for yourself, but I wouldn't advise it. Finally, at number 1, the most cursed song of all time that has led to hundreds of suicides, we have Gloomy Sunday. Gloomy Sunday was penned in 1933 by a depressed Hungarian named Rez Seres. As he penned the song, Rez was a failing musician whose love had just left him. His sadness clearly translates into the song, which became his first real success in the music industry. Little did he know that he had unleashed a cursed song into the world. Both he and the girl he wrote the song about killed themselves, as did hundreds of other people in the world, mainly in Hungary. People were found dead holding the sheet music for the song, others wrote lyrics in their suicide notes, and one guy even shot himself because he couldn't get the tune out of his head. Billie Holiday covered the song in 1941, causing a fresh spate of suicides. The song was so problematic that the BBC banned it from their airwaves.